What's up, guys? Today I'm gonna talk about some sequence about the manual part, and today's video is gonna be software development life cycles. So, what is SDLC? SDLC is before we are going to make any software, we need to follow certain steps. So it is a systematic steps, and because of following those steps, it's gonna be easier for us to build a software and release a software. So software development life cycles is actually a process that we follow from build a software to release a software. So some process is gonna be like requirement gathering, designing, coding, testing, and deployment the software. Now I'm gonna discuss about some parts of the software testings. First steps is the requirement collection. So basically, I'm gonna give you a high level about this requirement collection. Basically, we collect the requirement and then we go for design. Then we do after designing is done, then we go for coding. When coding is done, then we do testing. So when we are done with the testing, then we will deploy in the release team. Release team will install this software to the customer environment. Then after that, it's gonna be maintenance phase. So that is the steps we follow from beginning to end. So now we're gonna see the further discussion about those phases or steps. First steps will be requirement collection. As I said, this is the first steps of SDLC. In this phase, we actually senior team member or collect the requirement from stakeholders or domain expert. Senior team members means basically BA or product owner actually collect the requirement from a stakeholder or domain expert. If you work in a service industry, then maybe you're gonna collect from stakeholders uh, the project you are working on, or if you internally, if you build internal project for your internal use for internal employee, then it's going to be a little different than service company, but it is the same process. Collect the requirement from CEO, something like this. When we collect the requirement, when we analyze, then it actually gives this clear picture of the entire project and how we are going to give us a total plan for a QA environment. In this requirement collection phase, we are trying to understand the requirement. Then we will discuss the requirement in our regular meeting. Then second step is gonna be design phase. Basically, design phase is called UI in software industry. We have two types of designer: low-level designer, high-level designer. So what is low-level designer? Low-level designer is basically graphic designer, and high-level designer basically software architect. So low-level designer usually design the UI part, and they design how the home page will look like, and what header will be there, what color will be there, where should I put the logo in. High-level designer usually connect the UI part with a database. They design the all connection parts. So the design, so as a result, it's gonna be front end and back end design. So if we take a look at a Amazon homepage, maybe we get a better idea how things gonna work. So here is the logo. See, here is the logo. Here is the like a address. Here is a search bar. So those part, every single element is gonna be designed by a UI or low level designer, and is not gonna be responsive. After that, in a front end designer start designing, then back end also start designing. High level designer usually connect from front end to back end, and they design the whole part. It will be one meeting, and that's a demo session for designing session. The different company will call a different type of meeting, but there will be one meeting for this. And after that, there will be coding phase. As soon as design is done, now developer is ready, start coding on the particular story they're gonna be working on. And in that phase, our QA part will be write a test plan, test cases, check our environment. And when it is coding phase done, developer design and deploy to us, then our main work start. Then we are going to test. We are going to test the software. And now we are going to execute a test case. The test case we written in the coding phase, now we are going to execute in this phase. And if we find any defect, we will follow the defect life cycles. We'll make a consequent video about those topics in a later upcoming videos. And when testing is done, everything is perfect, then we are going to sign off. Sign off means we are going to actually deploy to a deployment team. Deployment means we are going to deliver the product to the customer for installing in the customer environment or internal use. There will be like 3 environment. One is dev environment, one is Q environment, and other one is production environment. Once we are signed off, means QA is done, then it's gonna be go in deployment phase. Then it is ready to installment. When it is successfully installed, customer are going to use. Then if they find anything along the way, let's say they find any defect, and then it goes to the maintenance phase. Maintenance means when they find a defect. Let's say they find that something is not working according to the requirement, or something is frozen. So what are gonna do? We are going to have a meeting, and we will discuss in this meeting what was the discuss about the defect that was founded in a customer production environment or customer environment. And then developer will work on the story. When they finish, they will deploy to us. We will test again. That means we are working together. And other team are not working. Just developer and tester are working together in this phase, because it's already done. It's already built. They just found a defect, so we are just going to fix it. That's why we call this a maintenance phase. So that's all, guys, for the SDLC phase. If you have any question, just put a comment below and give us a likes to beat our YouTube algorithm, and subscribe to our channels, and it will help us to motivate and keep moving and making a video about the manual and automation parts. So I have a plan to make a video about the manual automation and sub coding parts also, and how to use different software and tools and technology. So that's it, guys. Thank you very much, and really appreciate you if you share and comment, likes, and subscribe. Thank you. Bye bye.